Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for this is for mid-January 2022. We're going to do like a mega Celtic cross. So even though this doesn't look like a Celtic cross, it's a Celtic cross. And this is going to be part one. There will be a part two linked up down below. But where we're going to clarify this even deeper than this. But I want to try something new. So I don't know. We're just going to call it mega cross or something like that. And we'll see what comes up for you. In your current general energies, you have the Two of Cups in the World. So this is pretty nice energy. It actually looks like a pretty good reading in general. So I feel there could be some good things coming in for you. And sorry, I'm not used to laying out this giant Celtic cross thing here. So we're gonna have to fix that. But you have the Two of Cups in the World. And the Two of Cups, it could be love coming in for you. The World is like some sort of accomplishment or achievement. You even end as yourself, the Chariot, with the Page of Cups. So there clearly could be a new person coming in for you, like an admirer or someone who is interested in you with that energy. So it does look like it could be a very good month. You know, the rest of the month could be, an improvement over last month or the last year, something like that. If there's love coming in, this could be long distance relationship material, someone coming in from a distance. And the Two of Cups is meant to be someone who is very different than you, by the way. The Two of Cups, they are meant to look very different because they're two totally different people. So it could be someone who's different than your usual type, or it could be a person who just comes from like a different background. You even have the Hierophant here as your crossing energy as well. And sometimes the Hierophant can represent two people coming together, especially when crossing, who have different ideas or different beliefs. It doesn't necessarily have to end the relationship. It could be one of those. It just could be one of those things that needs to be worked through in the relationship in general. So I feel that for some of you. For others, I just feel this is like some sort of accomplishment that's going to make you feel really good coming in for you. Something that you've been working towards for a while. In your crossing energy, you have the Hierophant and the Eight of Pentacles. Both cards represent mastery, by the way. Eight of Pentacles is a card of mastery. The Hierophant is a card of getting to mastery. He represents like an initiation. He has 3 levels to his crown, Cancer, on his head, and those 3 levels represent initiation, apprenticeship, and then mastery for the last level. So I feel for some of you, it is your crossing energy, but what I will say is that the crossing energy in a Celtic cross can be what hurts you or helps you, and I feel that some of you, I don't really feel like it's hurting. I just feel like you are, going through the process of initiation, basically doing what they're doing here on this card, and having to work really hard to get something. It can be like a little bit of a challenge, right? Needing to put work in, especially if you're working towards the World, which is just some sort of wish, goal, or dream that you have. It's like, a lot of work. So I don't know what else to say. That's all I'm getting there for you, Cancer. Next, in the area of your thoughts, you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Hangman. The Nine of Pentacles kind of says you have everything you need. She has 3 pentacles right here. 6 pentacles over here. It kind of represents that she is willing to give 3 pentacles to any situation in her life, and she's keeping those 6 pentacles for herself. That could be financial, but it could also just be your energy, your time, whatever. And the Hangman, he is kind of like waiting to gain enlightenment. So sometimes we put ourselves in Hangman mode so that we can gain enlightenment, so we can find some inner answers, so we can, figure out what to do with our life or whatever. And I kind of feel that for some of you. It's like maybe some of you are on a break in love or, business, whatever. It's like you were looking for some inner answers or have been looking for inner answers. This seems to be why right here. You have the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. I feel like you've been disappointed or have experienced a lot of disappointments in love. I do feel regretful energy here as well. So some of you could be dealing with a person who has regrets. So what? It's like if they hurt you and they're my rule is if someone hurts you and they're an adult, then they shouldn't have regrets, because it's like, we as adults, we know when we do something that's wrong, right? So if you're dealing with an adult who has regrets, too bad is what I say. On to the next one, right? So I feel some of you could be dealing with that energy. You have the Devil here. But again, so what? The reason I'm also saying this is in the area of your closest relationships, you have the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. This is more serious energy. A lot of desire here, but King of Pentacles to me, very simply, is just a person who is serious about love, for example. So if you're looking for love, then I would say who cares about whatever your foundation is in love, as in the past person, right? I would just let it go. For others, I would definitely watch your health at this time. Again, I said it, I think I said it to you in one of the last readings. There's something going on with the health. Again, I'm not a doctor, so do not take this as medical advice. But what I would say is in the astrology, not crazy about health in general. I mean, I don't want to say I predicted COVID, but like, years ago before COVID, I was saying that I was worried when Neptune, Neptune's in Pisces, and I was worried about Neptune and Pisces getting past 18 degrees. 18 degrees is like the degree of the devil. And, then pretty much Neptune hits 18 degrees and then boom, COVID, right? And, we're still in that Neptune and Pisces energy. So I would just take care of yourself. Again, I'm not a doctor. Do not take this as medical advice, but I would just take care of yourself is what I would say there. Next, in the area of the near future, you have the Fool in the Five of Pentacles. I think that you could be feeling that you're not ready, but I would actually say that you're much more ready than you realize. Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. It's also a card, like the pentacles are on the card. These people are left out in the cold, but they could easily walk into this church right here and they could get those pentacles. They could get what they need. So they really do have more than they realize. And even the Fool, he has this tiny little sack on his back, and it kind of just represents that he has everything he needs right in his head. He doesn't need anything more. He's about to go on a very long journey. He's about to go through the entire major arcana to get to the world, right? So for a lot of you, I feel this is saying you're actually much more prepared than you realize for something really good. I also like this. You have the little dog here. The dogs in tarot can represent like companionship, love, a person who's serious, like I said. And it's right next to this right here, the Ace of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So again, if you're looking for love, this is a pretty good reading. Next, in the area of the next few months, you have this, the Star and the Nine of Wands here. So I feel for some of you that this, and sorry, this is your near future. I just had to double check my cheat sheet here. This is the near future. This is the past, the Fool and the Five of Pentacles. You were feeling left out in the cold. You're actually much more ready to jump into something than you realize. This is the near future. You have the Star and the Nine of Wands. Really nice. I feel for some of you, the Nine of Wands says you could be putting up some boundaries, but the Star is about healing. The Star says you have healed or you will have healed in the near future, and I really like that. I also feel like the Star sometimes represents guidance, and I'm definitely getting the word guidance popping into my head. But here's the thing, is with the Star, it's like we need to have something to guide us. like our North Star, right? It could be a idea that we have. Maybe we want true love, and that's the thing that we focus on. Maybe we want money. It doesn't really matter, but the Star says we have to have something to focus on. Also, the reason I'm saying this is he's got this wand that he's leaning up against, the Wounded Warrior on the Nine of Wands. It's like saying he's willing to give something one more shot. And you also have the Ace of Wands over here. So again, this wand's imagery, it always reminds me of Les Brown. Les Brown has, in one of his speeches, he talks about your reasons being your rod and your staff that comfort you when you're on a long journey. They are the thing that you lean on to get to success, is your reasons why you're doing something. Star definitely reminds me of that. Nine of Wands, definitely. Ace of Wands, for sure. So I feel for some of you, it's like if you, number one, don't have a reason for doing something, I would get one. With this energy, and that's what I'd be working towards here, Cancer. A lot of healing going on here as well. Next, in the area of your next few months, you have the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Like I said, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I definitely feel there's work to be done for you over the next few months. We kind of talked about this with the Eight of Pentacles and the Hierophant as well. But the Ten of Wands, he is about to reach this village. He's about to reach his goal off in the distance there. He's very close to being able to put his burdens down. And you have the Nine of Cups as well. So like a wish fulfillment, good things coming in for you. I would make a wish with the Nine of Cups as well. I also like to tell people that with the Nine of Cups, it's like a good thing to have an experience. And what I mean by that is the Nine of Cups is meant to represent this guy here. He has experienced the Nine of Cups before, and that's exactly why he continues to experience the Nine of Cups, because he knows what the energy is like. It's like, have you ever heard the saying, like, there are plenty of sayings, right? Like, you know what they say, the rich get richer, and all those other sayings. Why is that? It's because they've experienced the energy, right? And like, I'm sure you all have one of those friends that just like is always in a relationship, and when you can't find one, or maybe you can, I don't know. I'm not calling you out here. I'm just saying, it's like maybe you have one that's always in relationships. Maybe you or a friend that you know can never get into a relationship, but maybe they're both pretty much the same, right? The Nine of Cups is like one person has experienced the energy, the other person just hasn't. So, the Nine of Cups asks us to go have experiences and asks us to, step into the energy. Once we feel it, then boom, we get it. So people always ask me, how do I feel? It's like, well, if you want to get rich, go drive a Ferrari, right? There are plenty of places. Years ago, my brother, for my birthday, I drove an Audi R8 around a racetrack, right? So it's like, go feel the energy. There are companies that do that let you drive Ferraris or whatever around a racetrack. Go tour a mansion, right? Go just get into the energy. If you want love, I don't recommend picking people up off the street and paying them money, if you catch my drift here. That's one way you could experience it. But what I do recommend is go out with friends. Go have a good time. Go have fun. Go on dates. There's a novel concept. Go on speed dating, right? And all this other stuff. I feel like people think like, oh, I'm only going to meet losers during speed dating. I'm like, well, number one, or on Tinder. It's like, number one, yeah, probably. There are a lot of losers. But number two, it's like you have to get into the energy. Just get into the energy. Go get free dinners, as I always say, in love. So it's like, this to me is like saying, yes, you are going to have to do the hard work right here. 10 of Wands. You're gonna have to do something. But if you do it, then you will be rewarded. Your outcome, Chariot, Page of Cups. Are you kidding me? That's a really good outcome. I would want that. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, here you go. Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles. Definitely, I feel this is a person coming in for you, someone who is serious. So if you're looking for love, I love King of Pentacles. Doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to either. This is a general reading, could be any gender. I feel like this person is serious. King of Pentacles is very serious. They want something permanent. They are kind of like the people who focus on foundations and building a solid foundation. Ace of Wands says there will be a lot of attraction. There will be a lot of abundance and growth in this situation. So I do feel a new love situation coming in for you. For pretty much all of you, by the way, again, this is a good mix of everything. Just intuitively, I feel like this reading is talking about everything in your life. So it's like if you're looking to grow in business or work, I feel like this is growth in business or work. Like I said, I would be putting in the work to make sure that happens. 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. But I feel like you'll be very successful. And the answer, by the way, the answer is very simple. If you're trying to grow, get a raise or a promotion, trying to grow your business, if you're trying to do anything to make more money, Hierophant literally just says, read a book or learn something, right? He is the card of education. But the 8 of Pentacles with the Hierophant is much more about like learning something specific, learning something that really moves the needle forward. And, again, just to give you some ideas here, it's like if you have a career or job, it's like there might be a person that you work with and maybe they do better than everyone else. Go ask that person, what are you doing? What do you do? And they might tell you, oh, I'm better at sales, or I know how to market myself better. So it's not about going to competition necessarily, but I don't go to your competition and try to figure out what is it that they do extra? What is it that they have figured out, right? And that's exactly what I would be doing. It's like mimicking success with those two cards. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Devil and the 2 of Pentacles. I feel like you're trying to remove yourself from, let me just say this as well, Cancer. Uranus and Taurus. If there's anything, this is true for everybody, not just you. If there's anything that you are feeling stuck or bound to, you're just going to reject it right away. This is why I always tell people, it's like, this is definitely one of those times where if you're going into relationships thinking, I'm going to lock this person down, they're just going to scoot right away. But if you're going into it just saying, yeah, I'm just going to see how this goes, and we're just going to have a good time, and you focus on the good stuff, then it will be good. But Uranus and Taurus, it's like we are just not going to tolerate anything that we feel could be taking away our freedom, or our, whatever, anything like that, or our values as well. It's like if we have things that we value, experiences, it's like maybe we have to go walk our dog every single day because that's one of our values. It's like if we meet a person who doesn't want us to do that, we'll be like, peace, goodbye. right? So I kind of get a very matter-of-fact energy here where you're just like saying, but I actually feel good about this because it's like you're making very strict, strong decisions based off of yourself, which is probably going to lead to this outcome right here. Damn. Chariot and the Page of Cups. Are you kidding me? This is very good. This is like you showing up here. I feel that this is a victory coming in for you with the Chariot. The Page of Cups, I just kind of feel more like it's a new beginning in a sense. I wouldn't say this is your new life, but I do feel there is a like pretty positive new beginning coming in for you, whether it's a new relationship, a new business, new job, new career, something new coming in for you. And again, we're going to figure out what that is when we clarify this in part 2. But, you know, I feel like this is a good thing for you, Cancer. Definitely a victory. So I like it. I like where this is going. This is amazing. I feel like you're kind of like making your own decisions with this. I actually like this Devil and Two of Pentacles. I feel, again, this very matter-of-fact energy. If something's trying to squeeze you or take away your freedom, you're just not going to tolerate it, which is probably a good thing. So thank you for being here, Cancer. Really appreciate it. Again, part 2 is going to be pinned comment down below, the top comment. So definitely check that out. But thank you for being here, Cancer, and definitely enjoy your month.